Frosty the snowman was a jolly happy soul, with a corncob pipe and a button nose, and 2 eyes made out of coal. Frosty the snowman is a fairy tale, they say. They say he was made of snow, but the children know how he came to life one day. There must have been some magic in that old top hat they found, for when they placed it on his head, he began to dance around. Frosty the snowman was alive as he could be, and the children say he could laugh and play just the same as you and me. There must have been some magic in that old top hat they found, for when they placed it on his head, he began to dance around. Ooh, Frosty the snowman was alive as he could be, and the children say he could laugh and play just the same as you and me. Frosty the snowman knew the sun was hot that day, so he said, let's run and we'll have some fun. Now before I melt away, Frosty the snowman had to hurry on his way. But he waved goodbye, saying, don't you cry, I'll be back again someday. There must have been some magic in that old top hat they found, for when they placed it on his head, he began to dance around. And though he's gone, his tale remains, a snowy friend so true. And every year we sing and cheer, Frosty, we remember you. Outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. Delightful, so delightful. And since we've no place to go, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. It doesn't show signs of stopping, and I brought some corn for popping. Popping, popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, kiss goodnight. How I hate going out in the storm, but if you really, oh really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. Kiss goodnight. Kiss goodnight. How I hate going out in the storm, but if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. Now the fire is slowly dying, but my dear, we're still goodbying. As long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. It doesn't show signs of stopping, And I brought some corn for popping. The lights are turned way down low. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. When we finally kiss goodnight, how I hate going out in the storm. But if you really hold me tight, all the way home I'll be warm. Oh, the fire is slowly dying, and my dear, we're still goodbying. As long as you love me so, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Have a holly jolly Christmas, the best time of the year. I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and when you walk down the street, say hello, say hello, say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet. It's the best time of the year, the best time of the year. Now I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer. Have a cup of cheer. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and when you walk down the street, say hello, say hello, say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet. The mistletoe
is hung where you can see.
Somebody waits for you.
Kiss her once for me.
Have a holly jolly Christmas, and in case you didn't hear, oh by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year.
Is hung where you can see.
Somebody waits for you.
Kiss her once for me.
Have a holly jolly Christmas, and in case you didn't hear, oh by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year.
It's hung where you can see.
Somebody waits for you.
Kiss her once for me.
Have a holly jolly Christmas, and in case you didn't hear, oh by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year.
Smoke weed every day.
Hashtag let's fucking go.
Hot Pockets.
Nose dab time. Nose dab time.
Push the goddamn button.
Push the goddamn button.
Good Friday morning, everybody. How's everybody's morning going? What up, Man-Bear?
Warm, man. Almost 40 degrees, man. How you doing?
We're at 2 degrees.
You can keep it.
Yep, that's all right. Sorry. I hope everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful Friday morning. Cheers, everybody. Cheers. Good morning, my beautiful Amber. How are you, dear? I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful morning.
Good morning, Mindy. How are you doing?
Good morning, Crystal. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful morning.
Good morning, Vicki. Friday.
Good morning, Kay. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful morning.
What up, Christina? We're doing the Friday today.
Good morning, Cornbread. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful morning.
What's up, DJ? Actually, Steven, time to erase the memory of the week, Friday.
What up, Double Dice Brad? How are you this morning, man? Hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful morning. It's been a busy-ish morning. It's going to be a very, very dope show today. I'm very excited for today. Should we smoke a bowl?
We could bowl a smoke. I like to do that.
Cheers, everybody. I hope everybody's Friday is starting off with a bang. Vicki, I've heard that a lot of people are having problems watching shit on Facebook, commenting, replying, and all sorts of stuff. So I don't think it's just you. I do think it is a way. What up, Robert? How are you, man? Hope you're having a wonderful morning. Cheers, everybody.
Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of the dear Savior's birth. The night of his birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious sport. Fall on your knees, oh hear the angel voices. Oh night divine, oh the dear Savior's birth, the night of his birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees, oh hear the angel voices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Oh night divine, oh night divine. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. A glorious morn. Fall on your knees, oh hear the angel voices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Oh night divine, oh night divine.
Good morning, Vicki. How are you, dear? Vicki Bowers. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful morning. I'm very, very excited for this morning. Good morning, Magic. Stick around if you're able to, at least listen. I hope you're having a wonderful morning. What is up, Bill? How are you, man? I hope you're having a wonderful morning. Good morning, Nikki. How are you? Hope you're having a wonderful morning. Yeah, you guys got the storm that we got yesterday.
Keep it. We're starting to get nice. Y'all can keep that storm stuff, man. We good. We like 40 degrees and starting to melt, man. Give me a day reprieve here, man. We good.
So I will morning update. Well, kind of right now-ish morning update for December 20th, Friday. It's freaking Friday. And make sure you stick around. If you're busy doing things, maybe just listen, because we do have the one, the only Vicki Bowers on this morning for an interview after this day in history. I'm super excited. Thank you so much, Vicki. I'm so pumped. Yeah, so we will do a super packed morning this morning. We've got an interview with Vicki Bowers, and then we've got yoga with Miss Bina, and it's going to be a great, great morning. I'm fucking excited. So tell your friends, tag your friends, share this out. You know, I usually don't ask you to do that, but I can, because it's Sarkofslat's page, and I don't have to feel all weird about it. So yeah, hit that subscribe button and share and tag every one of your friends.
No, not everyone, not just every one of your friends, every one of your followers, your contacts, your highlights, your top fans.
Hey, what up, Josh? How are you, man? I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful Friday morning. If you have not dropped your Getting Stoned word, please do. Amber Getting, thank you. Mindy Stone, I think I got that one in somewhere. Yep. Crystal again, thank you. Vicky with, thank you. Okay, thank you. No, not yet. Not yet. And then Christina only. I think I got that one. I got that one. And Cornbread Friends, I got that one. All the social media things. Yes, I love it. Yes, do all the push the gosh dang buttons.
So before the intro, man, I don't know why. Every time he plays that Hot Pocket thing, it makes me laugh. It reminds me of my childhood for some reason. Every time he plays Hot Pocket, I giggle. It doesn't matter what kind of mood I'm in.
The funny thing about that is it's not the Hot Pocket sound effect that makes me laugh. It's your giggle that makes me laugh. Every time. I'm like, so yeah, it's gonna be a great morning. We have marble racing this afternoon, basement brawl tonight. Thank you, Kay. So action-packed Friday at the Cove on Sarkofslat page, on the Europe Entertainment page. Make sure you are following all of the pages. We will stream the basement brawl Europe's page, Sarkofslat this page, and the Cove TV YouTube. So see if you can come get some nucks.
Yeah, I need to get my fourth pair. I mean, 3's starting to look a little lonely. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you got 4, don't you?
I think I've got 3 or 4. I've got 4 now.
I know you have 4 because you got one more than me, but I'm not keeping track.
Yes, Vicki Bowers this morning, Christina. I'm very, very excited. You're good, Kay. No worries. I only friends.
Yeah, I'm really nice to have a little reprieve in the weather. We're getting down to 18 degrees Fahrenheit and lower. It starts getting like, yeah, it's acceptable, but it's not okay. We haven't really had a winter yet. This is kind of like a win. Wint. This is like a wint. There's no yet. It hasn't yet.
No 3 minutes out, everybody. If you're not, you should probably start packing up, rolling up, heating up, grinding up, loading up, warming up, coffeeing up, waking up a little bit, because it's Friday morning, everybody. And that's pretty much all I've got for. Oh wait, congratulations to the Troopers, the Submariners, the Titans, the Blazers, on their playoff entry for dodgeball. It's gonna be great. That will be tomorrow morning. We'll have dodgeball all day tomorrow. Last night, Turf Wars. Red
I want to talk about it.
Versus the White Tigers. Red Cobras. Bro, that game was ridiculous.
That was ridiculous.
The Red Cobras came out super strong. You guys fought back like crazy to bring it down to a one-on-one.
Yeah, it was good.
And Russo family versus Nightshade Brotherhood. That's Dee Dee's family versus Sarkofslat's family. And Dee Dee won that one in a that was the ending was kind of fucky, but the rest of it was a really good match. And then Falcon Eddie Empire, Firehawk family Cody Kopp's family versus Europe's. Yeah, it was a great match. Europe kicked so much ass, but then it came down to a one-on-one. But Europe did win. Or wait, was it one-on-one?
Yeah, Europe won. No, it was one-on-one.
Once the final countdown, everybody.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I got for a morning update. Man-Bear,
Yeah,
you have like 40 seconds. Anything to add?
Yeah, insane turf wars lately. Like it's always come. Like there hasn't been any blowouts. There hasn't. Dodgeball is even more exciting. Like holy crap, dodgeball has been insane. Tomorrow's going to be so exciting, man. Like rolling into the playoffs and that, and best of 7. I'm excited because best of 3. That's cool, right? Best of 7 changes a lot. A lot can happen.
Much, dude.
A lot can happen in that, and I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to it because I don't remember the last playoffs. You know what I mean?
I know we're just getting into dodgeball towards the end of the last, right at the end of the last season, or maybe I think we might have even been on off season.
Yeah, I think we were on off season when I started getting into it. Because then, yeah.
420, everybody. Cheers.
Smoke weed every day.
Good morning, CJ. I hope you are having a wonderful, wonderful morning. Tell Ma to get her butt here. Vicki Bowers is coming on for an interview this morning after this day in history. I'm super, super excited. That's so funny, Bill, that not the we love you, bro, the doctor part. Like right away, everybody's like, doctor? Did you go to the doctor?
Yeah.
That's that no, bro. We've really grown to love seeing you around, man. You're an awesome part of the Cove. And it's been wonderful getting to know you and your wife, bro. Absolutely. But
yeah, Bill, and make sure you know this is definitely a safe place for you to come and hang out, chill. And if you need anything, man, not just on the show, man, you can message any of us, man. Trust me, man. It's not easy to build a nice, decent community like we're trying to do, but we're working on it.
I mean, I get what you're saying. I totally agree, but at the same time, like, it isn't. Like, if you just like, I don't know. I'm not trying to. I fucking hate like speaking on the Cove, but like, all we do is just treat people with respect and like treat people how we want to be treated, and like, you know, like you fucking A, like we're no different than all of you guys. Like, absolutely, and I feel like that makes a lot of it, bro. But yeah, I definitely do agree. It's not just like a fucking snap of the fingers, but like, a lot goes into it. But absolutely, I just feel like I feel like it's been a fucking topic of the week. The golden rule is kind of where I keep going back to. You know, like I truly just try to treat people how I want to be treated. Yeah.
And like, you know, me where I grew up and stuff, I had to watch a lot of people go through things that I didn't have to go through. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's a weird position to be in, to try to help somebody, but you're not actually going through that stuff because you want to be there for someone, but you don't know how they feel because you don't experience that kind of things. You know what I mean? Like, so you want to be a good person and help them, but it's unfortunate because when you're older, you realize a lot of things that were right in front of you that you did not realize because your mind wasn't. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird.
Well, you know what they say? Like, you don't know what you got till it's gone.
Tracy Chapman, man, great fucking song.
And yeah, I love you know, we get so many amazing people that come through, and I just think it's amazing seeing the people that have truly connected and gathered. You know what I mean? Like,
I was on.
Hey, Ayla. Good morning, Ayla. Stick around. We have an interview with Vicki Bowers this morning. I'm super excited. We'll do that. We'll probably won't do the weather this morning because we're bullshitting and stuff. I want to keep on fairly decent time, but we'll do the This Day in History here coming up shortly. And then after the This Day in History, we'll interview with we'll have Vicki Bowers on.
I think it was yesterday. It could have been the day before, but I went up on Smokers Live, and Caddy Monkey was up there, and we were hanging out. And I guess they were just talking about me, like right before or like the day before I came up, and they were just talking about what you were saying about how I ended up connecting people that didn't know each other almost by accident because Candy Monkey is absolutely amazing. If you don't know who she is, go like, share, follow Candy Monkey's absolute wonderful vibe. I met her randomly scrolling through Facebook, and now she goes up on Cody's live. She's hanging out with Smoka. Like, it just the connection of people that we've done over the last, for me, over the last 10 months and stuff.
Her vibe and energy is incredible. I'm a big fan of Candy Monkeys and Go Gators. That helps. I knew you were gonna say it. I was like, I didn't realize how many people we and I had connected until they started actually telling me. I was like, well, we were just trying to be friendly and find, you know, cool people to hang out and chill and vibe with. All of a sudden, everyone's like, yeah, you introduced me to this person. You introduced me to this person. And I was like, that's so cool. Like, I didn't even realize that. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't see all the connections, and then they started telling me, and I was like, whoa, like, so much appreciation to everybody. It is wild seeing, you know, like, especially when we started working very hard on like the Yurt page, the Cops Up page, and the Cove page together. All of the cross, you know, Cops hates it when I say this. All of the cross streams.
Oh my god! Come on, man. You know why?
I know why. I just think it's funny, so I purposely say that a lot. And he's like, "Fucking don't say that."
You already go. I thought we were gonna cross swords.
All right. Well, yay! What up, Ma? Good morning. Good morning. We'll play a song and we'll do our This Day in History, everybody.
Now I I've heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do you? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof. Her beauty and the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to a kitchen chair. She broke your throne and she cut your hair. The baffled king composing hallelujah. 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 Your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof. Her beauty and the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to a kitchen chair. She broke your throne and she cut your hair. And from your lips she drew the hallelujah. 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 You say I took the name in vain. I don't even know the name. But if I did, well, really, what's it to you? There's a blaze of light in every word. It doesn't matter which you heard, the holy or the broken. Hallelujah. 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 I did my best. It wasn't much. I couldn't feel, so I tried to touch. I've told the truth. I didn't come to fool you. And even though it all went wrong, I'll stand before the Lord of Song with nothing on my tongue but hallelujah. 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 Holla, get now. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Amber. Yes, please share this out, tag this out. We'll do our This Day in History, and then we will do our and we'll have Vicki Bowers on it.
Did you know I'm muted? I was muted.
I not really.
I was just saying, yesterday was a great day. Got a bit of shoveling done. Hopefully picked up some, I call them permanent customers or priority customers. Just really nice people who always have cash and can't shovel for themselves. Trying to pick up 5 to 10 customers on a regular basis. Then I don't even have to talk or call people. You just go when there's half a foot of snow and shovel.
All right. Ready, everybody?
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
Hi there, and welcome to This Day in History for December 20th. December 20th is the 354th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar. 355th in leap years, with 11 days remaining to the end of the year and 5 days till Christmas. Today's word is finagle. Finagle is a verb that means to obtain or obtain a thing by indirect or involved means, or by trickery, or to use devious or dishonest methods, or some manner of trickery to achieve one's ends. So, finagle can either be about using trickery or dishonesty, or about elaborate machinations or complicated arrangements in order to achieve a goal, like trying to finagle a ride home, or he finagled his way into the concert, or checking your schedule to see if you can finagle a visit to the museum. Finagle is thought to have evolved from fanag, which is a British dialect word. It's a word from a British dialect, and it means to renege or shirk work, to get out of stuff, to cheat at cards, possibly from the combination of the words feign, which at least in this context means to pretend, and egg, which means fever or fit of shivering. There are other completely different definitions for feign as well, but in this case, it's to pretend. So, pretending to be sick is likely where finag comes from originally, and then it came to mean reneging or cheating at cards, and then finagle, then most likely comes from finag. Not a lot of very confident, firm history around the word finagle. First known use of the word finagle, though, appears to be in about 1924. Finagle. And with that, in 1940, a writer named Joe Simon drew out a sketch of a character in costume. He initially named the character Super American, but then he thought, there's too many supers around already. But Captain America did sound good, had a good sound to it, Captain America. So he named the character Captain America. He named Captain America's boy companion Bucky after one of his old friends from school who was named Bucky from high school. Captain America Comics #1 edition, starring the superhero Captain America, was first published on December 20th, 1940. The movie It's a Wonderful Life premiered at the Globe Theater in New York on December 20th, 1946. Directed and produced by Frank Capra, it's based on a short story called The Greatest Gift by Philip Van Doren Stern, which was loosely based on A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. It's a Wonderful Life's James Stewart and Donna Reed, and it's about a man named George Bailey who gave up his personal dreams in order to help others in his community. Some things had gone wrong, and right at Christmas, and George begins to feel discouraged and hopeless and decides to end it all, which brings about the intervention of his guardian angel, Clarence, who showed him all the lives that George had touched and what the world would have been like if George had never lived. Giving me goosebumps right now. Interestingly, the film opened to mixed reviews at the time, and the movie lost money. It was a box office failure. But It's a Wonderful Life is now considered to be one of the greatest films of all time, and certainly among the best and favorite Christmas films. I happen to know more than one family for whom watching It's a Wonderful Life has become a Christmas tradition. And in 1990, It's a Wonderful Life was selected for preservation in the United States National Film Registry by the Library of Congress as being culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant. It's a Wonderful Life. This is the birthday of American singer-songwriter David Cook, born December 20th, 1982. Yet another singer-songwriter born in Texas, in the Houston area. He had an early interest in music, got a singing part and a Christmas performance when he was in second grade. I think, if I recall correctly, second grade is usually about age 7 or so. He got a guitar when he was 13 and performed in several high school musicals as he was growing up. And during the 7th season of the TV show American Idol, David went to the auditions in Omaha, Nebraska to support his younger brother, Andrew. Andrew didn't advance, but a producer noticed David and wanted to know if he would audition. And David's mother and brother encouraged him to do so. And by golly, David did advance. And if you've been following me for very long, you might have heard me say before that by the time someone says, long story short, it's too late. But long story short, David Cook got a recording contract and has been phenomenally successful. Still working, has a tour lineup for the coming year, David Cook. So today we're going to talk about The Time of My Life by David Cook. This was his debut single, released after he won the 7th season of American Idol. The Time of My Life was written by Reggie Ham and debuted at number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100. Debuted at number 3. David Cook, of course, has made lots more records since then. And this one is The Time of My Life by David Cook, and there is a link in the description. And I think that's going to do it for us today. Thank you so much for watching. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Feel free to share this video with a link in your email, messaging, or social media. If you enjoy this series, you can check out the playlist that contains these videos. I'll put a link to that in the description. That playlist lives on YouTube, so for other platforms, I'll include a link to my blog page. It's called No Really. You can also find me on Rumble, BitChute, and Odyssey. All those links in that description. Alrighty, that's all I can think of right now. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.
All right, everybody. As always, please make sure that you are subscribed to Vicki Bowers YouTube. Make sure you're following Vicki Bowers, This Day in History of Vicki Bowers on Facebook. Thank you so much, Vicki Bowers. We love the This Day in History every day. And as always, here is the link to the song of the day.
I wonder how many people.
All right, Vicki, I can see you. I cannot hear you yet, but I'll be able to hear you when I play you on stage. If you're ready, just give me a thumbs up. All right, everybody, here we go. The one, the only, Vicki Bowers, everybody. Hey, how are you?
I'm fabulous. How about you guys? Can you hear me all right?
Oh, yes, perfectly.
Okay.
I'm so excited. First and foremost, how are you doing this morning?
Pretty well. I'm getting better every day.
You feeling better?
Yeah. It seems like this time of year I get this. So I guess it really is seasonal.
Oh man, I hate all the colds and the I don't get sick very often, but it's always around this time. So
yeah.
Oh man, so go ahead, member.
I was just gonna say the rapid temperature change sometimes, because I noticed that people were telling me their temperatures and it's going up 30, 40 degrees from morning to afternoon. That'll affect you, when you're not used to it, right? At least in the summer, it's a little consistent. You know what I mean? It's either, warm or mild. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
So we have a bunch of super fans in the audience, along with myself, and I'm a little starstruck. But Crystal says hi. Ma is a huge fan. She says hi. CJ's a huge fan. Mad Productions, Magic, Vicky, Dina. Yes, this is amazing. This is amazing.
Amber.
This is something I've always wanted to do. I was, we've been watching your This Day in History, listening to your This Day in History for a while now, and I can't believe it's happening. So, how did you find the Cove? Was it the day that you went live?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, that's what it was. I might have some tickling of awareness maybe when your channel subscribed to my channel. Okay. And I looked at it and I, no glimmer of recognition, but that day that I went live and y'all commented, and I think Amber did too.
Yep.
And I looked at it later because, I research things.
Yep.
And I thought, oh my, what have I gotten into here? But yes,
I love that. I so agree. I love that.
But I started watching. I don't always watch the whole show, but
Yep.
I watched to see, at least part of it, and I thought these guys, they're all right. They're all
Aw.
right. The show here, they're trying to build a community and they're trying to uplift their audience. And
Yes,
I
absolutely.
love that.
Absolutely.
I love that.
I remember the day that you commented, and I remember I messaged Man-Bear right away, and I was like, "Don't smoke, don't smoke."
I mean, it's the same thing. We talk about the show to a lot of people, but I noticed that if we bring up cannabis as the first subject, they're like, "Oh no, another cannabis thing," and I'm like, "No, wait." And then
Yep.
everything else you say after that's kind of like, "Well, you already said cannabis, so I don't even," if they're not into it, right? So what I started doing is I'll talk about Cove TV without the cannabis. They're like, "Oh, that's great." I'm like, "Oh, by the way, we smoke." What? I'm like, "Oh, nothing.
So Vicki Bowers, where are you originally from? I know that I'd worked at the Baseball Hall of Fame Museum.
Loved it there.
That is up in the Northeast, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but I want to say you're in Texas now.
I'm in Texas now.
Okay.
I grew up in Oklahoma.
Oh, geez. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and tell us a little bit of your story, please.
Oklahoma City area. My dad was in the Army when I was born, so I was born at a base hospital in Kentucky.
Okay.
But, of course, I was an infant, so I have no recollection of that at all, just the connection. And came back to Oklahoma. Dad spent some time in Germany in the Army and came back. I have such fond memories of my grandmother who looked after me while he was gone. And then he met a lovely woman when I was probably still a toddler, about 3. They got married when I was 4 days before my 4th birthday, Mom and Dad. And she was always all about Dad and made a point of never involving an argument with him in front of us, which I appreciate.
Yes.
And, kept their differences private. And then I grew up, went to school, got married, had some kids, got a divorce, and met Mr. Bowers actually back in the 1990s. And we dated for a while and parted company for a while. I married somebody else and am widowed from him. And a couple years after Mr. Newby passed, I was kind of going through something, and I was writing about it. I write every day, whether it's very deep or not. I write every day, and here's the current book. I'm not going to open it up.
That's incredible, though. I know journaling, is so it does so much. And it doesn't matter what you're writing about, even if you're just like writing literally the exact things that you're thinking, or you're trying to have a more of a pointed type of. But yeah, I feel like it does so much.
It is. It's been a significant avenue of healing for me. If I can get this golf ball in a tile bathroom that's going like this, out of my head, down my arm, through my hand, and on the paper,
that's good.
It loses its power somehow.
Yes.
It's been extremely helpful. So 2 years after Mr. Newby passed, I was writing about something I was going through. What am I going to do about this? What am I going to do about this? And whatever it is, it said, you need to write a thank you note to Kent Bowers. I said, I think you missed the question. What am I going to do about this? And it said, you need to write a thank you letter to Kent Bowers. And I thought, that's crazy. Why would I do that? It said, just write a thank you letter to Kent Bowers. It always whispers when it comes at me like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I thought, I don't even know where he is, if he's involved with somebody, if I'm getting in the middle of something, I don't know. It said, none of that matters, just write.
Yes.
So I did. And this was on a Wednesday. And why do I remember that? Because when I got done with it, I thought, that's creepy, man. I'm not sending that. And it said, it's not about sending it, it's about writing it.
Absolutely.
So I thought, okay, well, I can sit on it for a while. And, since research is what I do, I did look him up. I found him. And I put the letter away for a couple days. And so that was on a Wednesday. And on the Friday, 2 days later, I got it back out and I read it again, what I had written. And I thought, well, it's not so creepy. I mean, it's not scary. It's not stalky or anything. So I put it in an envelope and I mailed it.
Dang.
And about 10 days later, I got a letter back. And he gave me his phone number and I called him and we talked every day on the phone for since then, pretty much. And I was going to be in Texas for a meeting and told him that. And he came and we went to dinner and just talked about everything and nothing. And it didn't frighten either of us away. And so he lived here in Texas and I in Oklahoma still at the time. And he had an unexpected allergic reaction to something that he got an anaphylactic reaction to something.
wow.
It was pretty frightening. And he's been pretty healthy his whole life, really. He doesn't know how to be sick.
Yeah.
People who are sick a lot kind of know how to be sick. And it's not in his experience. And so I was able to talk him through that. And, like, do you have any Benadryl in the house? And, get your landline phone and open the front door if you need to call the ambulance.
Yeah.
But he did improve. And that worried me, So I said, what do you think about if I move to Texas somewhere near you so that if something like that happens again, I won't be half a day's drive away? And he said, I would like that. So I moved to Texas and right here in the neighborhood where he lives, right around the corner. So eventually then he said, why don't we just go ahead and get married and you can move over here?
That's amazing.
Okay. Yeah. So here we are. And I'm glad. I'm glad I listened to the ether.
For real.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And that's a hard thing too, is knowing what and when to listen to the voice. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it'll tell you something, and but absolutely, it's amazing. That is incredible.
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing this day in history?
This day in history? Oh, good. I'm glad you asked me that because I wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
In 2018, I came across something where they talked about hashtag 100-day project.
Okay.
And, I knew I wanted to create some kind of content, but I was cautious about it because, I see, am I really going to be able to do that? Is it going to take over my whole life?
Absolutely.
And am I going to be able to keep thinking up ideas? I've seen people that I loved on YouTube. And, by and by, they get tired of it. They run out of things to say and they drift away. And I thought,
absolutely.
why go to all the trouble of creating an audience and then just.
Yeah, for real. Absolutely.
So I thought, well, hashtag 100-day project might be a good way to kind of get my feet wet and see how it is, what I want to talk about. And so at the beginning of I think it was 2019. Yeah, it was the beginning of 2019. I started a hashtag 100-day project of doing a video every day. And those first ones are so awkward and awful, because I didn't know what to talk about.
Absolutely.
Well, the weather today is 20 degrees outside. Oh, I got a Ring doorbell notification. There's a squirrel on the porch, just goofy stuff like that.
Yeah.
Goofy. Just to be able to get on and say something. And it helped me get comfortable with the camera. Well, I mean, I was still awkward for quite a while, and I'd have my laptop in my lap. So the camera would be looking up my chin. My sister said, Vicki, above the chin takes off 10. Okay.
That is
Thank
amazing.
you. So anyway, I did that hashtag 100-day project. I think there was a trip to Sarasota to see my dad in the middle of all that. I didn't make all of those videos public. But 100 days, I made a video every day, and it helped me see this is possible. This is doable.
Yeah.
And so when the 100 days was over, it was like, now what? So I took some time off from regular posting every day. And then in September, it was in the first week of September 2019, I was looking at the internet, and there's I think history.com has a this day in history page. I'm burping coffee here. And so I just got back on and started telling things that I saw there. I probably also told about the weather. I don't remember now. I'd have to go look. But I had a garden at that house, and so I did some things with the garden. I tried to record outside. We have crows around here, so they're loud and raucous,
Yes.
And it can be as still as death outside. And when you go outside with recording material, all of a sudden, every noisy thing
Yeah.
wants to kick up. So there's some of those. And so 2019, first week of September, that I started doing this day in history every day. And there was a time that I would do lives at midnight. I'm over that. It was fun for a while, but I kept doing this day in history. And, then I realized, well, I think I'd rather just do these in chronological order than just randomly the way they're listed here. And I found that on Wikipedia, if you go to Wikipedia and put the date in the search bar, it'll bring you up a bunch of stuff that happened on that day in history.
Awesome.
So that's where I get a lot of my stuff. And now that I have an audience, people send me things. And I don't remember when I started adding the word of the day to it.
Love the word of the day.
Yeah. And I'm definitely a word person, all about them words. And then one of my viewers on BitChute suggested a song of the day. And BitChute's a trip now. BitChute is like walking down the middle of the street in a scary neighborhood at night.
Oh, no.
Just keep going straight ahead. But it is interesting. People will comment things there that I'm like, wow, really?
So, quick side note on the word of the day. What made you get into the horse words? We loved the horse words. You were on a run of horse words for a while.
I was.
And we loved it.
I was on a run of horse words, love horse words. And I don't remember what inspired me to do that, but I came upon them, and there were a bunch of them. Another thing for words is, what's it called? Well, there's a guy who does a word of the day written thing every day. I don't remember if they're available by newsletter or not, which is why I don't remember the website name, but he's all about words. And sometimes if I get a word and I think, oh boy, where am I going to find something about that? I'll go look there and see if it's in the history there. But yeah, horse words. Horses were so significant to the development of humanity and civilization.
Yeah.
And so, yep, there's a lot of horse words out there. It's
We
fancy.
have, sorry, we have. Sorry,
Oh, go ahead, Never.
go ahead, dude.
Okay, well, I was just gonna say I've been listening to your The Same History for years now, and when I started doing Cove TV, we kind of developed our time slots and stuff like that, and I was like, all right, now we have a morning show. What are we gonna do with it? And then I remember one day, but I was just like, oh, we could listen to. YouTube is not a big fan of us showing things. But like I was like, well, we can listen to This Day in History, and every day we've never, if we have a morning show, which we usually don't miss morning shows whatsoever, except for like medical or whatever the case may be. But if we do a morning show, the This Day in History is usually our first segment that we run.
Sorry, quickly about the horses. That's very interesting. We have a historical walking bridge here that was the only way they could get horses across the river here, which is the Fraser River, which is the main river that runs all the way down my province from like way up almost in Alaska all the way down through the entire province of British Columbia. And the walking bridge was built in 1859, but it actually collapsed once and was rebuilt. But the funny thing is, it says horses are not allowed to exceed walking pace.
Slow down, Sparky. Yeah, it is a walking bridge.
Yeah. I just thought that was really funny. It's on the sign too, like it's still there. I just think that's hilarious. Yeah, but that's how I have to go to get downtown, is I have to cross the river. So I just thought that was interesting. Yeah, it's so cool. I take pictures all the time because it still looks, like an old historic bridge. I love it.
Yeah.
All right. So Kay is wondering, do you have any fur babies? She would love to. She home makes dog treats and cat treats, and if you do, I can get you her address. And
nice. Yes, I do. I have little Ripley here. She is asleep on a pillow right on the other side of the desk here. My desk is a table, so that's why I leaned back to see her. Ripley, I inherited Ripley from my dad when he passed. After Mom died, he was a little lonely and he wanted to get a dog, and so he got a golden doodle named Jenny.
Okay.
And when Jenny was about 2 years old, she had a litter of puppies. And occasionally we'll see this phenomenon documented on the internet where the first baby, whether it's a puppy or a kitten, is the darkest color, and they successively are lighter in color until the last one is white. And so that's how it was with this litter. The first one was a dark black dog, and the last one was nearly white. And I think Jenny was in the middle. She was the runt of the litter, and we've got a picture of her when she's a baby, little baby puppy, and he's got her in his hand.
Dang.
She's so small he could hold her in his hand. And so they bonded pretty tightly. And when COVID hit, he was having some health issues, and he thought, I need to get away somewhere where I won't be around people at all. And so he went somewhere remote and stayed pretty much by himself. My brother-in-law go look in on him, but he took Ripley with him, and so they really bonded then. And then it was COVID was 2020, and Dad passed last year. So when he passed, we were all up there to make arrangements and everything. And a couple of family members said, would you be willing to take Ripley home with you? I think you'd be a good fit for her.
Oh, man.
And, so I have Ripley now, and she's a little Velcro doggy. She hates to be left by herself.
I've got Morgan. She's a pit bull, purebred pit bull, and she is like the spokesperson for the Cove. She's sleeping still.
Yeah,
Morgan.
Yeah. Hi.
And yeah, she was a runt, and she's the smallest. She has really bad anxiety.
Yeah.
And she doesn't like to be left alone. She likes to be knowing what's going on and be included. That's also somebody was asking, a couple of people asking, do you have like stickers or any sort of merch, anything like that?
I've been thinking about that, and I don't yet, but I need to, don't I?
I'm in the same boat, dear. 100%.
I don't know what it is. We love stickers. Since I was a kid, we always loved stickers, and we always have people making them and sending them out. And our friend Europe Entertainment, I have his stickers from Colorado, and I was so excited when I got a package from Colorado because it was a little envelope. I was like, I know what this is. It's, you know what I mean? And it was just like opening a Christmas present or getting the stickers out of the hockey cards, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it made me feel like a kid again.
We love our stickers.
Yeah.
So what else is going on in your world? When did you start doing your No Really blog? I love the name of that, by the way.
I started that, ages ago. I think I discovered Blogger back when I was in Cooperstown. So the 2000 aughts. We moved up there in 2002. So it'd be somewhere between 2002 and 2009 when we moved back to Oklahoma. So I've had a Blogger account all this time, and no, really, I thought, well, I don't know that I particularly want to put fiction on a blog, and I don't really write for the blog every day, but when I do, it's going to be either essay or something that actually happened. I think somewhere on there, maybe I have a long rambling narrative about how to make bread.
But you're so right, though, when you were talking about, the 100-day challenge of, like, honestly, that is what has given, made the Cove its place so much in the social media aspect. Is we don't miss a show, we don't miss a day. That consistency is crazy, and I, to any content creators out there that, if you feel like you're struggling or anything like that, just don't stop. Just don't.
Yeah.
If you can have the ability to do it, just keep doing.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm gonna pop a couple links in here quick, everybody. This is Vicki Bowers' YouTube. Please make sure that you are subscribed to her YouTube. And I'm gonna grab the stay in history. Go ahead, member. You're good.
Sorry, Joe Rogan. Everyone knows who Joe Rogan is. He started his podcast quite a long time ago, and it took about 5 years of him doing it every day. 5 years of him doing it every day to gain any popularity, anything. He sold that to Spotify for millions.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm not saying that's going to happen to any of you, but if you don't put in that effort, you're never going to know. If you're not as consistent as I always bring up Joe Rogan because he's the most consistent guy in that world that I know of, next to like Howard Stern. You know what I mean? Like Howard Stern that was so good. And I make a joke about, who was the first person to do all these, lives and everything. I was like, Wayne and Garth in their basement in Waynesville. Access TV was the first live shows.
You guys are my Wayne and Garth.
Yes. I love it. I'll take it. That's incredible. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. So tell us a little bit about your crafting, your crafting page, your kind of crafting experience. The necklace pendants are incredible. Like that was insane. I cannot believe that. I was very intrigued though, because the message that you sent me, it was, I'm going to send you something, and there's a letter inside that says, it explains why I'm sending you what I'm sending you. And I'm like, what does this mean?
Yeah, I made and sold jewelry and accessories online and at craft shows from about 2007 when I was in Cooperstown.
Okay.
And, I carried it with me and learned everything I could. And, to really get out there, it's like a job.
Yeah, absolutely.
And to, like, oh my goodness, create a mailing list and send out emails regularly. It can, for me, I thought that's a lot of work. I'd rather just make things, I could send them out, but the whole business end of it. I'm not talking about the accounting end. That was a snap, but the whole creating content for that and getting that out there, that was like, that's a whole position by itself.
Yes.
I'm only one person.
It definitely takes a team to make all of this work.
It really does. It really does. And so anyway, a couple years ago, I thought, I think there was something going on where the government thought that, people like on eBay or whatever, those people are making money and we're not getting any of it. And so they were trying to pass some kind of a thing that if anybody sold more than $600 worth of whatever, that they had to be a W-9, I think, or, some tax, 1099.
Yeah.
And, I'm already doing all that tax stuff anyway, but I thought, it just felt like a portend of things to come. Yeah. And so I just scaled back all of that and eventually closed all my stores.
Yeah.
And so I still have a few things left. Do I have anything right here? Of course not.
Oh, that's hard.
But I still have some things, and so as I find places to send them out as blessings, I do. Oh my goodness, so many materials that I still have to make things with, and I don't know what I'm going to do with all of that. This door right here is the craft room.
Oh, geez.
So I closed the door because it's a big mess back there. But
I know how that goes.
Anyway, so I have that beading and jewelry making and gemstones and glass beads, and then I became interested in polymer clay. So
Nice.
And those pendants that you got, a lot of them are made with polymer clay and a resin on top. And so I was following the content of a polymer clay artist, and she at that time would use resin to dome the tops of the pieces. Now there's a product called UV resin that's cured with ultraviolet light. So I have 2-part resins and ultraviolet resins, and make things with them. Do I have anything here? Oh yeah, I do. I have something here. This is not a pretty coaster. It's just a coaster that I made with a mold and
that's cool though.
mica powder, and I got a little stick on the back.
It's a cork board or whatever, right?
Yeah, I have so many coasters.
It's funny you said I could use one, honestly, because I could use coasters. I remember back in the day, Mike, I was raised by my grandma, and I remember having the little stack of coasters on the side table. Make sure the coasters are out. Company's coming on. We don't want those stains on our tables and stuff.
Yeah.
I do want to say good morning to everybody that's popped in. This is amazing. Thank you so much, Vicki. But we're not going anywhere. I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. Stick around. We still got 20 minutes of interview easily. What about some of your how did you get into working at the Baseball Hall of Fame?
Mr. Newby was a big baseball fan. Everything had a relationship to baseball some way. What an interesting time that was in my life. And so we were living in Oklahoma at the time, and he would go to work early and come home earlier than I did. And so when I'd get home, he'd hear me pull in the drive, and he would get up and move away and act like he was doing something else. But when I would walk in the house, there'd be the computer with a real estate listing in Cooperstown. He'd act like he hadn't left that up there for me to see, and I'd act like I hadn't seen it. So this went on for about a year. And so eventually then I don't remember what year it was now, but I know we moved to Cooperstown in 2002, so it might have been 2001. We planned a trip to go up there and look around. And I knew that we were going up there to buy a house. Although he said we were just going up to look around and see how things were. But yeah, we were going up there to buy a house, and we found one, and bought the house and moved up there. And I've always had a job doing something pretty much most of my life up to that point. And I thought, well, this is wonderful, but we got to get some income here. And we had gone over to the Hall of Fame. I think we'd seen something about they were going to have a Legends event. So we went up there to buy tickets for the Legends event. And it was through the membership department. And I thought, oh, I could do this. And then they were looking for, they put a ad in the local paper there that they were looking for people to work in the membership department. I remembered my experience buying Legends tickets, so I went and applied and got the job. And so, I was in the membership department at the Hall of Fame from 2002. I left there in 2007 to do more of that craft thing with the jewelry. If that hadn't happened, and I may still be there today, but I loved it. I really did.
Did you meet a lot of like Hall of Fame baseball players?
I did. Yeah, I wouldn't say a lot, but I sure did meet some. Every year when they announce the people that are coming in, they announce them usually early in the year. And then usually in the spring, they'll bring them in for orientation. And they don't announce that publicly.
Yeah.
And so, they have these new Hall of Famers who are there for orientation in the spring. And anybody who happens to be there that day, which I was there every day, can meet them, have a meet and greet. And then induction is usually last part of July, early August. And oh my goodness, what an exhilarating experience working the induction was.
Yeah, I bet.
I definitely missed that. And Cooperstown Village itself is only about a mile across, maybe a mile and a quarter at its farthest, corner to corner. And before we went out there, I thought, what, if it's such a popular town, everybody wants to go there. Why is it so small? Well, that's because it's at the base of a lake that feeds, that's the source of the Susquehanna River that goes down through Pennsylvania, meets up, I think, with the Delaware River,
Dang.
and out into the Atlantic Ocean. The Susquehanna River begins at Lake Otsego, the headwaters. It's maybe 10, 12, maybe more than that, but it's not very wide or deep at its origin there. So there's that, plus mountains on each side. It's just kind of in a little, at the base of a place where the lake comes and feeds a river. So Cooperstown Village is arranged around that. And when we lived there, there were probably a population about 2,200. I think that the population numbers, resident population, have declined a bit since then, probably in just the last few years. But they've got a hospital there that employs as many people as live in the village. They come from all around. And Bassett Hospital, pretty decent place. And lovely area. We used to go for Sunday drives around through Otsego County and one place and another, and it's just stunningly beautiful up there, everywhere, year round. And I remember saying one time, why in the world would anybody ever, people came from Europe and they'd get there, but then of course they migrated on west.
Yeah.
And I thought, why in the world would anybody, if they got here, why would they leave? And so somebody said, well, after a while it would get crowded and people have to move on to make room for others, I guess.
Yeah.
We lived in a house that had been built in the 1840s.
Dang.
By a fella who, last name of Root. I think his name was, I might have to look this up. I think his name was Charles Lee Root. Okay. But he had come to Cooperstown before that to work on the Otesaga Hotel. He was at least part of a crew that built the Otesaga Hotel there. And he liked it there, and so he built a house for his family. And that house had been continuously inhabited by Root descendants until Malcolm passed away at the age of 69, and his brother Charles, not the original Charles, his brother Charles, who was in his 80s at the time, found it necessary to sell the house. And that's when we came along.
Dang.
Mm-hmm. It hadn't had a lot of stuff done to it. So the good thing about that house was that it hadn't had a lot of stuff done to it. And the other side of that coin was it hadn't had a lot of stuff done to it. It still had the original knob and tube wiring.
Shit.
Silk wrapped wiring in the house.
Dang.
And so we had an electrician come in to see about something, and he said, "Oh, this is all going to be replaced." And I said, "Really? Yeah, I mean, it's kind of charming. Can't we leave it?" And he said, "I have to sleep at night, and I can't work on this without replacing all this wiring." Just a miracle this house hadn't burned down.
Wow.
So,
do you have a favorite Hall of Fame baseball player or the most significant one that you remember meeting?
Bob Feller.
Okay.
Bob
Why is that?
Mr. Newby was a big fan of Bob Feller, and I got to meet Bob Feller, and I liked him too. And I think over there somewhere there's a picture of us with him, but he was a pitcher, and I've discovered over the years that pitcher have a certain sort of personality, and I don't quite have the words to describe it. A sense of bravado, maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
It kind of feels like when you talk to them, it kind of feels like they're not afraid of anything, even if maybe they are.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure, and they have to have that mindset being on the mound all the time like that.
Yeah. And he was a lot of fun to talk to and listen to, Bob Feller, and so that's always the one that pops to mind for me. And yeah, we've watched some baseball in the years.
Yeah. You have a favorite baseball team?
Cleveland Indians.
Okay.
And I know they've changed their name to be politically correct, but they'll always be the Cleveland Indians to me.
Absolutely.
The
And
Nationals or something now. I can't remember what they are now.
yeah, I don't know. Cleveland Indians.
Yeah, I know.
Cleveland
I'm sorry.
Indians.
You know, and like just quickly, you know what the funniest thing is it wasn't like Native Americans that were offended by it. They got offended that it got changed. Did you know this? That they actually got offended that it got changed because they were proud to have the Cleveland Indians name. It's not derogatory when you're talking about something positive. Baseball's always been a positive pastime in America. And I don't feel like saying that in a team name was any kind of derogatory. I think it was just a name they came up with that they liked, and no one's ever had a problem with it until however many years ago. You know what I mean? Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so irritating. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite color and flower? Ma wants to know. If anybody has any questions, go ahead and pop them in. I think we've got about 10 minutes left. So
yeah, ask those questions. I love the aquas and turquoises and purples that go with it, and all the colors in the logo that you made for me. So that's
I'm so glad that you love that logo. I love seeing it every time we watch it. It just blows my mind.
I usually have a green screen behind me, and I thought, I don't know if we can throw something up on that green screen for this. So I moved it into the other room. But usually I can't wear anything turquoise or aqua or green with the green screen because it disappears. Flowers. I love roses and irises.
Okay.
Is there anything you remember looking up that truly shocked you? Like, I don't mean like the weird, but anything you looked up and you were like, whoa, like I can't believe that that's actually true to history, like something that never happened now maybe, or I don't know.
I'm sure that there has been, but I can't put my finger on it.
No, I know what you mean. I think every time you do this day in history, there's always something that I'm like, really?
Yeah,
like, not like, you know what I mean? You're like, wow. And like, some of the things that people did in the past just totally blow my mind.
Yeah.
Kay wants to know, any allergies for your fur baby?
I'm not aware of any.
Okay. So this is a question I always ask everybody that comes on to be interviewed or anything like that. I'm a big I am big on that 9/11, so I do always have to ask, where were you on 9/11?
I was upstairs in the A-frame in Mustang, Oklahoma. Okay. And it was time to head out for work. There was a time change. I mean, a time difference between where they were and where we were.
Absolutely.
And I think the Today Show had been on, but then they went to the local people. And I think it was Kevin Ogle and somebody. And you could see this screen behind him with this big smoke thing going up. And I thought, what in the world is that? And that upstairs area was kind of a loft. And so I went downstairs to the TV, and I just stood there in front of the TV like this. I couldn't, it was time to go to work, and I couldn't pull myself away from it to go.
Yeah, it's wild.
Work. And so I called the office and I said, do you guys have the TV on out in the waiting room? I was working at my dad's office. And I said, go turn that TV on and see what's happening. I'll be there as soon as I can pull myself away from it.
Yeah.
And I stood right there and watched it unfold in front of
Yeah.
the television. Wow. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
where I was.
I'm I got there's so many stories to be told, and I know it's a sour subject for some people, and I don't like to dive too deep into it, but I always feel like that is something that anybody who has ever come on for an interview, I've always asked them where you were. That's such a significant day that everybody always remembers exactly where they were, and I just feel like it's. So.
When that happened, I honestly did not watch a lot of TV at the time. I was a very active skateboarder, so I was always out, lots of friends, worked at McDonald's, just very busy. But I know my girlfriend came down. She was living about an hour north from here. She came downstairs and her dad was watching TV, and she thought he was watching a movie. And why does he keep rewinding this scene where the plane keeps crashing into the building? And then he's like, no, this just happened. She's like, what? And I think she was 17 or something like that, or a little older. Yeah.
All right, we've got about 5 or so minutes left. So what is next for Vicki Bowers, or this day in history with Vicki Bowers?
I'm just going to keep on keeping on.
Heck
I've been doing it long enough that I've got some episodes from previous years that are not too bad, and so I rework some of those. Sometimes I make new ones. I'm still getting word of the day suggestions, so I need to get those in somewhere.
The word of the day is so amazing. Even Beanz sometimes replays some of our morning speakers because they were so impactful. And we do a game called Dodgeball. So every Thursday and Saturday we do a sports related morning speaker. We just had Peyton Manning was our last one.
Yeah,
and honestly, such inspiring stories from athletes who have had a successful career, either gotten injured or gotten out, and to see what they're doing after their career has just been really amazing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Absolutely. I love this day in history. It's been amazing having you send in every day. I definitely would love to have you on again, and especially some morning when we have more time. You say that I messaged you on Monday, and when you sent me the link, and I know you said you were big on the word, so you got to catch a real word, fake word game one of these days.
I have to do that. God. Yeah.
We play every Monday. We try to play a different game-ish every day, and on Mondays we'll play our Stoner Roulette game, and then we'll play real word, fake word, and it's a lot of fun. It's super goofy, and sometimes you learn something, and
I'm telling you now, there has been so many words that me and Sir Kopsala cannot figure out are real or not. I mean, you wouldn't believe the words that were real that you're like, those letters don't go in. And even when he has the voice say the word, sometimes they don't even say the word. The one word was whilst, spelt with a Y, and it was like, and the word is WHYST, and we're like, what? And then like we wouldn't even say it because it was spelled so weird. Like I was like, hey, I don't even want to mess with that.
Yeah.
Yes, I love it. We try to do all sorts of different, try to offer something for everybody, and and I love how you said, sometimes you don't watch the whole show, you watch certain segments and stuff like that. And then it's absolutely, because some stuff isn't for everybody. We just try to offer something for everybody. I
love that you're uplifting your audience. You have this day in history to educate them about things. You have the yoga lady to help them with their mental and emotional and physical fitness. You have Dr. K, who's awesome. I never knew of him before,
I didn't either. Up until the last few months, I had no idea. And it's the funny thing Dr. K does is he is an East Indian man, but he doesn't break out his accent very often. But when he does, I don't know if it's okay for me to laugh because we don't see him. We just hear him, right? So he does this East Indian, and I'm like, it's funny. Am I like, you know what I mean? It's almost like how they complain about Apu's voice in The Simpsons, right? It's like, am I still allowed to laugh at Apu making jokes?
Yeah.
It's just been an incredible journey of what we've done here. Absolutely, like you were saying, just try to create a community. There's enough negative out in the world that we definitely don't need to add on to that. I don't think in any sort of manner. And it just gives everybody a place to come for a couple hours. We try to play games in the afternoon. I've always said I treat it like a family game night. Like when you win the game, you just slap your brother and call him an idiot, and you win. Like, you know what I mean? And like that's how it's a lot of back and forth, like shit talking and stuff like that. But it's just all about the community. It's all about the viewers. We've talked about how We'll go, a lot of us have had that experience where we'll go into a live or something like that, and like it just seems like you're just watching, and it's like, well, I might as well just watch Hulu then, when versus you can just watch and actually interact, and it makes a big difference.
Like, for one of our games, Token Tunes, it's absolutely audience involved. They pick the songs, like they pick the numbers for the songs that we play. So without the audience, there's no show. So when he's talking about how interactive it is, it's super interactive, and it's so nice that we've created, Beanz and everyone, a safe place for when you have time to come and chill. Because the first thing we do say is if you have family or work, that definitely comes first. But this is always going to be here, a safe place for everyone. And just yesterday, I was on a different live and had people talking about me and Beanz and how we had been bringing people together. And I didn't even realize that the people recently that we had all brought together were, I met this person, B met this person, and now they go and and it's just been absolutely incredible. So this day in history is absolutely the best way to start our day. I love it, and I hope you never stop doing it. Thank you so much for what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. We got about a minute left, and then we're gonna have to jump into some yoga. Vicki, is there any last words, anything you'd like to say or leave us with?
Live well and be happy.
Perfect.
Happiness is a byproduct of right living. So live well and be happy.
Absolutely. Well, we will definitely have you on again. This was incredible. Thank you so much for coming on this morning. I enjoyed it very much. So I feel like everybody in the audience enjoyed it very, very much.
Thank you.
And
y'all, everybody have a wonderful day and a great weekend.
Until next time.
Until next time.
All righty.
That was incredible.
Holy, I'm sorry. I'm still a little, you know what I mean? I'm still a little starstruck. It's been so nice starting our morning with this day in history. Like it's just, like she said, it's so nice to start your day with a little bit of education.
Yeah, it's just some light education, some interestingness. And all right, everybody, that was wild. That was so cool. We're going to shift gears. We'll play a song, and we'll see where Miss Bean's at with our morning. Thank you again, Vicki. That was incredible. And sorry if I missed any hellos or farewells or anything like that. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. It's been an incredible interview, incredible morning. It's frickin' Friday. Let's go with this. Cheers, everybody.
The stars are twinkling, the night feels bright. I'm grinning wide, it's a merry sight. The cookies are baked, but I ate them all, no. Now I'm stuck on the couch and can't make a call. The tree's lit up, but so am I. I see two Santas flying by. The holidays are absurdly free because I'm lit like a Christmas tree. I'm lit like a Christmas tree. Like a Christmas tree. My eyes are red as can never be, ever be. The stockings hung, the lights shine bright. I'm too baked to turn them off tonight. The tree's lit up, but so am I. I see two Santas flying by. The holidays are absurdly free because I'm lit like a Christmas tree. I'm lit like a Christmas tree. Like a Christmas tree. My eyes are red as can ever be, ever be. The stockings hung, the lights shine bright. I'm too baked to turn them off tonight. I lit the tree and the fire as well, then burned my sleeve. Oh, what the hell? The dog's got tinsel, the cat's in a bow. This house is chaos, but what a show. I spilled the cocoa, I dropped the pie. I can't stop laughing, I don't know why. like a Christmas tree. I'm lit like a Christmas tree. Like a Christmas tree. My eyes are red as can never be, ever be. The stockings hung, the lights shine bright. I'm too big to turn them off tonight. Pass the pipe and don't blame me. This tree's too high for sobriety.
That was crazy. Yes, I absolutely agree. She's a fucking legend. I was super starstruck. You know, I've been listening and watching This Day in History with Vicki Bowers for years. You know, it's crazy that she talks about she started in 2019 because, like, I'm sure it wasn't too far after that. I found her and started listening to her, and it's interesting because there are other pages and stuff like that do a This Day in History. You gonna make it over there, Man-Bear?
Yeah, it's a long day yesterday. A little stiff.
Okay, you're good. I just finished here. Much love, Vicki. That was great. That was so much fun. I loved it, and I can't wait to have you on again.
Yeah.
You know, she is the best to this day in history or out there. I would easily say that.
And she is the best example of consistency works.
Absolutely. All right, we do have some yoga coming up. We'll play another song real quick while Miss Beanie gets ready, and then we will jump into yoga. Oh, are you ready, Miss Beanie? Yeah. All right, perfect. Miss Beanie is ready. Here we go.
I'm going to take myself off stage.
Yep, absolutely. Okay. All right, everybody. Yoga. Good morning, Miss Bina.
Good morning, everybody. How are you?
Good. How are you, dear?
I'm doing okay, thank you.
Busy Friday today?
Yeah, there's a lot to be done for next week, so you know, last minute stuff, all the things. It's all good.
Absolutely. Positive vibes and thoughts out you, Miss Bina.
Same to you. How's your week been?
It's been a great week. It's been crazy. Week's just flying by. I don't know. It's Friday already. That's for sure.
Wow.
So some yoga this morning. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I am always ready for some yoga.
All right. Well, let's begin.
All right, everybody. Here we go.
All right, loves. We're going to begin seated. Taking just a breath wherever you are. Maybe close your eyes. Assess how you're feeling, what you need to work on, what you need to let go of. If it's accessible for you, I invite you to seal your lips and begin to breathe slowly and evenly, in and out of the nose, slowing the natural rhythm of your breath down. Focusing solely on that breath in through the nose, out through the nose. Letting go of all that came before and all that comes after. Take your short Shavasana and call you back. On your next inhale, slowly bring awareness back to the full body, head to toe. Wiggling your fingers and your toes. You can rotate your wrists and ankles. Reverse. Plant your feet, release your hands. Inhaling your arms all the way up slowly. Flip your hands, releasing them down on the exhale. Inhale, palms come up slowly. Flip your hands and slowly exhale, bringing the hands down. Inhale. Exhale. Take a few of these at your own pace. Going as slow as possible. Maybe you keep the eyes closed, maybe you don't. Wherever you are, be there. Embrace it. Finishing up wherever you are. Shaking the arms out, wiggling the fingers again. Inhale the arms out to a T, flipping the palms. Exhale to bend the elbows. Inhale, bringing the arms to touch at center. Exhale to open. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more on your own. Not forcing it, just enjoying it. And as you exhale on the last, open up your arms to that wide T, shake your arms out. Coming back to a neutral seated position, I invite you to rotate your shoulders, sitting up straight, taking a breath of 3 here. Once more, assessing the body and seeing where you're at. On your next inhale, I invite you to bring your hands up close to your knees, your tail up, and bring your gaze up, chest forward for your seated cow, not overextending the neck. Exhale, bringing the chin to chest, the tail to the seat, and the hands back to the hips for your seated cat. Inhale to your cow. Exhale to your cat. Take a few more of these, honoring your body and what it's feeling at this moment. Take one more wherever you are. Coming back to a neutral seated position. Begin to rotate your shoulders a few times. Reversing. Wiggling your body, lifting your heels, shaking out whatever is stuck and needs to be released. Come back to a seated position that is neutral for you. Inhaling at center, exhaling to bring your gaze slightly to the right. Inhale to center slowly. Exhale to the right. A little more. Inhale to center. Exhale once more to the right. This time releasing your left hand next to the left hip. On your inhale, bring your left hand back to the left thigh, bringing your gaze to center slowly. And as you exhale here, I invite you to bring your gaze slightly to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. Getting a little further each time. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. One more time. Releasing that right hand by the right side. Inhale that right hand back to the right thigh. And your gaze slowly back to center. Rotate your shoulders a few times, both ways. Come back to center. Sitting up straight. Inhale your gaze at center. Exhale, bring your chin slightly down. Inhale to center. Exhale, release the chin slightly down. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale to center. Exhale, release the gaze slightly back. Inhale, center. Exhale, release. Inhale. Last one, exhale. Inhale back to center, slowly. Rotate your shoulders here. Reverse. Wiggle it out. Bringing your right foot out in front of you. Point and flex. Flex and extend your foot back and forth. Just a few times. Begin to rotate the ankle. Reverse. Bend your knee and then straighten your leg on the exhale. So inhale, bend your knee. Exhale, straighten the leg. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bringing that leg back to the floor, releasing it, shaking it out if necessary. Take it on the left, so inhale that leg out in front of you slightly, flexing and extending the foot. Slowly and evenly, rotating the ankle now. Reverse. Inhale to bend your knee. Exhale to straighten the leg. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale one more time, bringing the foot down to the floor. Take a breath here, shake it out. Sitting up straight, making sure you have a stable base with your sit bones and that your feet are also stable on the floor. Inhale your arms overhead, gazing between your palms. Exhale, twisting to the right, bringing your right hand to the seat and the left hand to your your right thigh. Inhale to sit up straight, exhale to twist. Gazing over your right shoulder if that's accessible. Inhale, slowly come back to center, arms up, gazing once more between the palms. Exhaling, bringing the left hand to the seat of the chair and the right hand to the left thigh. Inhale to sit up straight. Exhale to twist. Inhale back to center, and we'll take 2 more on each side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale back to center. Last one on each side. Exhaling. Inhale to center. Last one. Exhale to the left. Inhale back to center, arms up. Widen the feet. Exhaling to fold forward, wherever that is comfortable for you. If you need your forearms to be on your thighs, that's okay. If you need your hands to be on your feet, that's accessible. Wherever you need to be, please honor where your body is at. As you inhale here, I invite you to plant your left hand on your left thigh, the left foot, or the floor, wherever you are at. Inhaling your right arm up. Exhale it down. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. This time I invite you to inhale it up. And as you exhale, flip your palm, bend your elbow, and bring the hand behind your right ear. Exhaling the right elbow down. Inhaling it up. Exhale it down. Inhale it up. Release that right hand, wherever you have it on the left side. Make it equal on the right. Inhaling your left arm up. Exhaling it down. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Inhale it up to that half T. Exhale, flip the palm, bend the elbow. Bring that hand behind the left ear. Inhale, elbow in. Exhale to open. Inhale, in. Exhale, open. Releasing that hand, shaking it out. Taking one breath wherever you are. I invite you to halfway lift on your next inhale. Bring your hands to your thighs and slowly come all the way up, wherever you are. Rotate your shoulders a few times. Scooting up on your seat just a little so that your sit bones are on the seat but not your thighs. Take a second here to just be in your chair pose. Feeling safe, strong, and capable. On your next inhale, I invite you to bring your legs wider than your hips. Feel free to straighten them out if you'd like to. If not, keep them bent wherever you are. Be there. Enjoy it. On your next exhale, I invite you to bring your feet from spread in front of you to the sides, to the long corners of your mat if you are on the mat. Coming into your goddess pose. Inhale your arms out to a T, flipping your palms. Exhale, cactus arms, palms face forward. Inhaling here, feeling strong. Giving your hips some time to relax and open up into the pose. Inhale, and as you exhale, I invite you to first engage your core, and then exhale your torso only to the right. Inhale to center. Exhale, torso to the left. Inhale. Exhale to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale. This time as you exhale, I invite you to bring your right elbow to the right, down to the right. Don't force it though. Inhale to center. Exhale, left elbow down. Inhale to center. Exhale to the right one more time. Inhaling. And then next. Inhale back to center slowly. Open up those arms to that wide T. Shake it out. Bring the feet to face forward. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, fold forward once more. Wherever you are, be there. Inhale to halfway lift. Yogi, walk your hands to your thighs. Slowly come all the way up. Rotate those shoulders once more. On your next inhale, I invite you to bring your left foot to the center. And then bring your right foot to the inside of your left foot. Coming into your half butterfly. or your seated tree, wherever you'd like to be. I invite you here also to bring your arms up to the sky on the inhale. And as you exhale, cactus your arms. Taking a mudra if you'd like. Maybe close your eyes. As you inhale here, I invite you to bring your right knee up to the left. Exhale it down. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale one more time. Release your hands down, shaking them out. Bringing that right foot flat, shaking your legs out, moving your body, whatever you need here. And when you're ready, shake it out one last time. Inhale that left foot to the inside of the right foot. Exhale here. Inhale your arms once more overhead. Cactus arms one more time. Or maybe you could do prayer hands. Or maybe you could do reverse prayer hands where your hands are behind your back in prayer. It's one of my goals I'm working on. Inhale that left knee up. Exhale it down. Inhale it up. Exhale it down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale one more time. Bringing that left foot flat to the mat. Exhale your arms out to the side. Shake them out. Inhale up. Exhale, fold forward. On your next inhale, I invite you to lift halfway. Again, yogi walk your hands to the thighs, coming all the way up. Rotate your shoulders a few times here. Both ways. And now we're going to sit back a little. Spine is straight. Inhale your arms in front of your shoulders, wiggling your fingers. And as you exhale, bring your right hand over the left chest and your left hand over the right chest, interlacing your thumbs. Our Eagle Mudra. I invite you here to show yourself so much love, compassion, forgiveness, grace, empathy, everything you show to everybody else. Give it to yourself. You deserve it and you need it. On your inhale, be here. And as you exhale, I invite you to open your arms. Inhale, hands to center. Exhale, open. Inhale. One more. Exhale here. Inhale to open. Those hands back over your heart. On your exhale, release your hands to your sides. Sit all the way back in your seat. Be comfortable. Sitting up straight. Shoulders are down. Feet are flat. Hands are rested. Eyes are closed. Take a Shavasana here. Relaxing the head. Relaxing the chest. Relaxing the abdomen. The hips. The legs. The feet. Toes. Relax the arms. Relax the hands. Relax your fingers. Take your rest. I'll call you back. On your next inhale, without moving or opening your eyes, slowly bring awareness back to the full body, wiggling the fingers, the toes, moving your head back and forth slowly. Whatever you need here, honor your body. On your next inhale, I invite you to bring your arms overhead. Gazing between your palms, bring your palms to meet, down to your heart center. I invite you to bow your head and close your eyes here. Wherever you go today and every day, I invite you to always show yourself love, compassion, grace, empathy, and kindness. Give yourself what you share with the world. The light in me honors and sees the light in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing your practice.
Namaste, Miss Beanz. That was incredible.
Thank you, thank you. Wow.
Yeah, my shoulder was kind of tight this morning, and like, wow, just a lot of it's weird. A lot of it works on like my upper back, shoulders.
You know, and it's funny. Sorry, I was just gonna say, you don't realize how bad your posture is until you start actually kind of doing yoga and you get all those pops. And then I actually been trying to sit up straighter when I'm out here instead of like, trying to do the lazy slouch. Yeah.
Okay, so engaging your core will help that. I know that sounds really weird, but if you engage your core before you do anything, and then it's almost, I don't know how to explain it because there's so many things, but I promise you it'll change your life and it will help your posture and your balance. Yeah. I speak from experience because, I'm sorry, I'm fighting it so hard. I am fighting it. Like I try so hard to sit up and I'm like, no. And I'm always back at some kind of cat-cowing it throughout my day.
Right.
But,
But the cat cows are still, that's my favorite, is the stretch from the cat. That has always been my favorite.
It's one of the best ones. My back was cracking so good today. I was like, oh yeah, let's go. So, okay, for your shoulder thing, there's this exercise I've been learning. And I don't know if it's accessible for you. It's super simple. Can I show you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So my shoulders are really tight and I'm trying to get the...
Yep.
Okay, and I can do it on that side almost, and this side not so much.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So what I've been doing is I've been opening up my shoulders. I'm going up to the wall and placing my hands, my palm flat, bringing my right hip up, and then you just, not that. Then you just go back and forth.
Yep.
On the wall. Sorry.
That's okay.
I'm too tall for something. But honestly is opening up all the tightness here and here, and it's making a difference up here.
That's
and
awesome.
It's super simple, but if you can't do it, don't force it either. It's just
right, absolutely. Nice. I will definitely remember that.
Yes. And My favorite pose also is placing your hands behind your back, palms touching as much as possible, and then bringing them down to gaze up.
Dang, okay.
That one really, 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 yes. That.
Okay.
So
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it was the way I slept or something, but yeah, I woke up and I was like, man,
I had that problem at the beginning of the week, so I've been working on opening up my shoulders all week.
That's awesome. Well, what are the odds? It's so weird.
I've been an extreme athlete since like I was 5. Like I'm just gonna say it because I was playing hockey by the time I was 5. By the time I was 13, there was like already 12 different sports under my belt. So to find things that actually give you a little bit of relief or comfort is hard. So I just want to say I really appreciate the stuff that you give us and the extras, because I'm definitely gonna have to do that shoulder thing, because that's one of my things. I was a goalie in soccer and I sucked at kicking the ball. So I would throw it more than I would. And so my right shoulder is constantly like constant pain. So thank you.
You're very welcome anytime.
Do you get all your Christmas shopping done? Y'all ready for old Saint Nick?
I still have to get a couple stocking stuffers, but I've been more focused on school since I finished yesterday. So I'm officially a yoga therapist in training, and I started.
Congratulations!
Congratulations!
Thank you. I'm very excited.
So dope.
Yep, and I start my next course. So it says in approximately 2 years, but I don't think it's going to take me that long. But we'll see.
Nah, you'll kick with ass.
Nah, that's the timeline for them lazy people that don't have the ketchup. And that's right, and I'm not scared to say that. I know what's up.
I want to get it done and be done. Like, I'm ready. I'm not waiting 2 years. Okay, I have things to do and help people to help. So I need to hurry this process along.
Absolutely.
Marcia, how is your son healing?
He's doing very good, thank you. It will be 3 weeks this coming Monday, but he's doing really, really well. Thank you.
Awesome.
Yes, that was.
So you have planned. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
That was not something I want to repeat. That's all I can say. But
absolutely. What do you have planned for the rest of your day today?
Picking up kids from half days. One kid has a full day, and then I have to plan my Christmas dinner list out, because I haven't even thought about that until yesterday. So I'll be working on that today, and then grocery shopping. But that's about it. What about you, gentlemen?
I think I'm done Christmas shopping. I actually think we finished up yesterday, like late last night. I think we got everything. We even got a couple of turkeys, so we might do like 2 different dinners and stuff. And it's just us and my father-in-law for the family around here. So it'll just be making food for the 5 of us and him. So it'll be good. I'm excited. I love Christmas time. For me, it's very nostalgic. I had a really big family, cousins and that were staying over through the whole holiday season, and everyone's spending way too much money. So every time Christmas comes around, it really brings back all those 80s and 90s memories, which I absolutely love and cherish.
The kids have no idea, because we came from having like 100 first cousins and family and aunts and uncles to like just us. So yes.
Yeah.
Different.
It's definitely. Yeah, it's like back in the 80s and 90s, the doorbell would ring. You're like, yay, someone's here. It's family. And someone's selling something cool. Now you're like, who's here? Yo, turn the lights off. Who's here? No, they didn't message me. Message me.
You didn't ask first, buddy. We have rules.
It's going to be another amazing Friday here. We got show stuff going on. Marble racing this afternoon. We got the basement brawl tonight. Yeah.
That's
all sorts of awesome shit.
It's very exciting. One day I'm going to have time to do all the things, but until then, I'm going to keep trying.
Hey, that's all you can do some days is just fucking keep trying.
Well, that's all I've been doing for about 5.5 years now. So here we are.
You only got 50 to go. You're good. I mean, to keep, the motivation and going. You're good. Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm ready to do it.
Me too.
All right, gentlemen, I have to go. I apologize. Yep. It was wonderful.
Absolutely.
Thank you for sharing your practice with me, everybody. Namaste.
Much love, Miss Bina. Have a wonderful day.
You too.
She's awesome.
All right. I love the yoga. Much love, Miss Bina. All right, we'll play a song. We still got a company man segment to do this morning yet. So
shit.
We'll play a song and then we'll jump into our company man. Let's go with this one, everybody. Cheers.
Feliz Navidad, Feliz Navidad.
Prospero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from my heart. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad.
What a crazy, amazing morning, man.
Yeah. Good Friday.
Good Friday.
Good Friday.
Great Friday. All right. This week's company man, I should say, is Hobby Lobby. Do you know what Hobby Lobby is, remember? Do they have those? Yeah? Okay. Do they have Hobby Lobbies in Canada?
No, but I watch videos. I've seen them.
You know
They're dope. Yeah.
You're picking up what we're putting down. All right, everybody.
Hobby Lobby has been among the most polarizing companies out there. Some of it goes back pretty far, but especially over the past decade or so, it seems like not much time passes by before they're all over the news again and everyone's talking about their latest controversy. This is large-scale stuff, so for this video, I've selected 5 of them that I feel are either their biggest or most significant. But first, if you're not familiar with Hobby Lobby, they are a very successful chain of nearly 1,000 stores that specializes in selling materials used in various hobbies and crafts, much like the name implies. Their biggest, most direct competitors would be stores like Michael's and Joann. They are somewhat comparable in size, but Hobby Lobby does stand out from them on the business end because unlike the other two, they have always been a private company owned by the same family who started it. Their close control of the company is actually what allows them to make some bold moves that lead to many of these controversies. David Green is their founder and longtime CEO, and however you feel about him or the decisions he's made, you have to admit that he knows about retail. His private ownership of a major retail chain has made him one of the richest people in the world with a net worth of over $8 billion, which I think is especially striking considering how modest everything was early on. His family was fairly poor growing up, so in high school in the 1950s, he started working full-time stocking shelves at a local 5 and dime store in Oklahoma, and I think that's where he found his passion for retail. After high school, he joined the Air Force Reserve for a little bit, but by age 21, he was right back into retail, soon helping to manage a discount store. That store would sell a lot of picture frames, and David Green took notice. He eventually got together with one of his co-workers named Larry Pico to start this tiny picture frame manufacturing business that they called Graco Products, which was a combination of their names, Green and Pico. They started with a $600 loan they worked out of their garage, and Green's wife and children would help out by assembling the frames at the kitchen table. But it grew, and after about 2 years, they opened their first store in Oklahoma City. It was only around 300 square feet and sold a limited number of craft supplies. So the following year, Larry Pico was willing to sell his part of the company to Green for $5,000. One of the biggest things helping the company at the time was a strong demand for beads, a big accessory in hippie fashion. 2 years later, in 1975, Green got enough money together to open a second, much larger location, and that's when things started taking off, averaging one new store each year well into the 1980s. By that time, one of the biggest factors behind their success was the strong local economy. The oil market was doing really well, which was good for the residents of Oklahoma, and it gave them money that they can spend at Hobby Lobby. David Green even tried to take advantage of this by selling some luxury items like high-end furniture and luggage, but that proved to be a terrible decision. Soon after, oil prices dropped, many people lost their job, and the local economy pretty much collapsed because it turns out they were far too reliant on a single product. People could no longer afford to buy his luxury items, or even his regular items in many cases, so Hobby Lobby started losing money. He was forced to refocus his products back on arts and crafts and refinance some of those loans, and luckily, in the end, was just barely able to avoid bankruptcy. That was a pivotal point in their history. Today, their success comes from focusing on the customer and providing them with the best possible experience. The way they do that is by stocking a wide selection. They try to sell every piece you may need for a project so you don't have to go around to different stores. They also strive to have helpful employees. Part of that involves paying them more and providing better benefits than others in their industry so they stay longer and have an overall lower turnover rate. For example, in 2020, they implemented this company-wide $17 an hour minimum wage. Also, I think it's interesting that for a long time, they've avoided the computer barcode system, which according to David Green is because he thinks manually updating those price stickers makes the employees more knowledgeable and therefore more helpful to the customers. It has been argued that this leads to longer checkout times, which is bad for the customers, but it shows how they're doing their own thing, different from the standard. They also strive to have at least somewhat reasonable prices, and that can be attributed to keeping their costs down. They commonly establish their stores in empty or abandoned retail space rather than making their own building, and a lot of their inventory is obtained by cheaper vendors overseas. Alright, that helps explain their appeal to the customers and how Hobby Lobby became such a successful chain of stores despite the controversies. Now, at this point, I feel like I need to give a disclaimer. I'm going to be talking about some touchy issues, things that people rightfully feel passionate about. So I want to make it clear that my intention of this video is not to bash them or to praise them. I'm simply trying to present these controversies in the most objective way that I can. I'm going to try to give a fair representation of what's been happening, and then based on your own viewpoints or beliefs or whatever else, you can take what I say, combine it with stuff that you learn from other places, and use it to form your own opinions. That was a long disclaimer. I just want you to know that if I say something that you find offensive or insensitive, it was unintentional, and I'm doing my best. I can't believe that I have gone this far in a video about Hobby Lobby without even saying the word religion, because that's at the center of it. David Green and the rest of his family are some of the most religious people that you will ever see. His father was a preacher, as are many other members of the Green family. All of the stores are closed on Sundays due to religious reasons. They openly say that they are committed to honoring the Lord in all we do by operating the company in a manner consistent with biblical principles. So just keep all of that in mind, because you will notice a reoccurring theme. The first controversy that I'm going to be talking about is their newspaper ads. During the Christmas season of 1995, David Green noticed a lack of testimony in newspapers talking about the true meaning of the holidays, and he says that he felt commissioned by God to do something about it. Essentially, I think he felt that God wanted him to tell people about the religious aspects of various holidays. So ever since, multiple times a year during the holidays, they've taken out these full-page newspaper ads with these very Christian messages. They don't even advertise the company. company. They're just talking about religion. The issue that many people take with this is that they don't want to be confronted with such strong messages that push someone else's beliefs upon them. They've been called politically incorrect, especially this one for the 4th of July in 2021. There was a big backlash against it, claiming that it quoted the founding fathers out of context and advocated for a combination of church and state. David Green claims that they've generally received minimal negative feedback within their stores, but at the very least, they do present some polarizing material that many people do find offensive. Next up on the list is potential discrimination. There's arguments that have been made for a few different groups of people, but the main one here seems to be focused on the Jewish community, mainly due to their lack of Hanukkah merchandise. Now, obviously, they don't have to sell Hanukkah merchandise, but many of their stores are located in areas with large Jewish populations. So then the question becomes, why aren't they selling it there if it seems like they're going to be profitable in doing so? Are they in fact discriminating against a religion different from theirs by not wanting them as customers? Those suspicions were happening for a while, and then it all escalated in 2013. It was reported that a customer asked an employee if they sold any bar mitzvah cards, and the employee's response was to say, "We don't cater to you people." Obviously an inappropriate response, but we have to remember that this was one employee that did not represent the entire company. Right away, Hobby Lobby apologized for the incident, and that apology was recognized and accepted by the Anti-Defamation League. Honestly, that's about the strongest evidence that I could find supporting any anti-Semitism, but it was enough to get the belief out there, so based on that, it has become a part of their public image. Okay, here we go. I wanted to put their biggest controversy right in the middle here. It has to do with contraceptives. The Affordable Care Act, or Obamacare, required that when a company offered a health insurance plan, that plan had to cover birth control without sharing the cost with the individual. Churches didn't have to follow it, and nonprofits had their own set of rules, but Hobby Lobby, being a U.S. company that generated profits, was in fact forced to follow it. However, they took issue with it because it went against their beliefs. To be clear about it, it wasn't all of the birth control that they objected to. Their big issue was with the emergency contraception, the morning after pill and certain IUDs, because they felt that it was a form of abortion. We're not going to solve anything here because this involves some of the most debated issues of all time, but I think that we can see where Hobby Lobby was coming from. I mean, that family clearly believes in the principles of their faith, and if they thought that they were providing people with something that was so morally harmful and wrong, of course they're going to take issue with it. But then the other end had some pretty big arguments. It is such a personal thing. Why should your employer have any say in those matters? Just mind your own business. Let your employees make their own decisions based on their own beliefs. Plus, there was an argument that contraception actually leads to fewer abortions, which is kind of hurting their own cause there. In the end, the case went to the Supreme Court, where it had a 5-4 ruling in favor of Hobby Lobby. It set a precedent that said closely held companies where 5 or fewer people own half of it no longer had to provide it. Very heavy stuff here. Even the Supreme Court was divided, so I am curious to hear what everyone thinks about this, but please try to keep it calm. Moving on to their next source of controversy, which comes from the Museum of the Bible. See, the Green family spent hundreds of millions of dollars to open this museum in Washington, D.C. Years earlier, they had started collecting artifacts for it, and in 2017, it was open to the public. Already, you have to be skeptical here. Is it truly an educational museum? A simple way to educate people about matters involving the Bible like they say it is, or is it a big effort to secretly convert people to their religion? That's a big debate on its own, but the bigger controversy here stems from the artifacts themselves. In short, they haven't done the best job in confirming their authenticity or where they came from. They had bought this 3,500-year-old tablet called the Gilgamesh Dream Tablet, later found to be illegally imported into the United States. In 2017, they paid a $3 million fine for obtaining thousands of other artifacts illegally shipped out of the Middle East. They've also displayed a collection of Dead Sea Scrolls that were later found to be fake. Those are just a few examples. I don't want to go too far into this because it involves the family more so than Hobby Lobby itself, but it's all connected. The chairman of that museum is Steve Green, who is the son of David Green and the president of Hobby Lobby. His defense in the matter has pretty much been that he was ignorant in those situations. He didn't really know what he was doing when it came to running a museum, and he trusted the wrong people to advise him. I cannot believe that we are still going, but my final source of controversy is remaining open during the pandemic. In March of 2020, when all of the non-essential businesses were being shut down due to government mandates, Hobby Lobby was very much fighting against it. It depends on the area, but they were generally slow to shut down and then open back up very quickly. They claimed to be an essential business, and then that brought even more debate. An argument that I thought was funny was when people were claiming that the name Hobby Lobby implies that they are non-essential. But then they came back with all of these arguments saying that they sold materials for people to make their own masks, they sold educational materials for people that were forced to stay home for school, that they sold at-home small business materials. So again, it's all up to interpretation. Are they truly essential, or are they just looking for an excuse to irresponsibly stay open? And then a couple weeks later, they did this complete 180 where they abruptly closed all of their stores and told their employees that they wouldn't be getting paid. So definitely a lot of backlash from the public and their own employees regarding how they handled that whole situation. Let me know in the comments, where do you stand on all of these controversies? I imagine some people watching this are completely disgusted with their actions, while others, for the most part, are supportive. So any thoughts you have about Hobby Lobby, whether it be the controversies or the business itself, leave them in the comments. I'd like to hear what you have to say. Thank you for watching.
Right, Vicky? I fucking love Company Man. We try to do a Company Man every Friday. Last week we did 2, Mountain Dew and Pepsi. But I think the Hobby Lobby thing is very interesting. I mean, I'm not... Go ahead.
Sorry, I know you're not... Sorry, the only thing that I had I'm not going to talk about religion because that's not my platform. It's not what I'm not religious, so I'm not going to talk about religion, but I'm going to talk about the museum they opened. So, opening a museum is not an attempt to convert people. I'm sorry. That's like saying starting Cove TV was to get people to smoke marijuana. Well, guess what? People were already smoking marijuana before Cove TV. People were already going to museums before. People were already interested in that stuff before museums were open. If people convert to that religion because they went to that museum, hey, that's good for that religion. If they don't, maybe you learn something. You don't open a museum to convert people. This hit my head so wrong.
Well, I mean, like, I would hope that you would not open a museum to convert people, but like...
But if it worked, if they did get converted because you provided them with information that you liked, and all of a sudden you found like-minded people, just like everybody in the Cove, we look for like-minded people that want to come and hang out with us. Same thing that religions do, is they want to have the same kind of people. So if you open a museum that has stuff you're interested in, you're going to go there. If you know it's a Christian museum and you're not Christian, you're not interested, you're not going to go there. Meaning that building is not for you, not in any negative way. Just, I'm not religious, I'm not going to go to a religious museum.
Well, right.
Facts.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not opinions.
Yeah, absolutely, Mom. Very interesting. Yeah, I don't know. It's about that time, though.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
I mean,
it's been a great show.
We'll go ahead and smoke one more, and we'll call it a morning.
No, Beans. We'll call it a great Friday morning because I love that the end of our week started so amazing. Absolutely amazing having Vicki Bowers up here. Thank you so much. I hope we get to do that again soon. Miss Bina, absolutely amazing. Relieving all of our stress and our pains, getting that snap, crackle, pop on. I absolutely love it. I'm going to have to go back and do it again, obviously, but make sure you spread some love and positivity. Do something nice for a stranger, and we'll see you all this afternoon.
Much love, everybody. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. It has been a wonderful, wonderful morning. It's been crazy. Much love, Vicki Bowers. That was dope as shit. Thank you so much for coming up and hanging out with us for a bit. I would love to have that again. And obviously, we're in constant communication, so we'll figure something out. I hope you all have an amazing, amazing rest of your day. I hope to see everybody this afternoon on Chilling in the Cove. We'll do some marble racing, and then we'll see what else we got going on in the afternoon. Basement Brawl tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. See if you can come get some nucks. I will on my drive for 5 is what we're going to call it. The drive for 5. My 5th nucks. But definitely make sure you are following this Sir Cops a Lot page. Much love, Copsy. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you so much for letting us use your page while all the coke fuckery happens. Make sure you're following Europe Entertainment. Make sure you're getting into that Europe away. Check out the Ridge boxes, the mystery boxes. If anybody has any questions on any of that, please reach out to the Cove. Make sure you're following the Man-Bear. Much love, man. It's always great hanging out with you every morning. Thank you to anybody and everybody that helps support the Cove. It means the world. It makes all of this happen. And Cove TV is truly brought to you guys by viewers like yourselves. Make sure that you're getting over to the Mad Productions page, getting in on that giveaway. I believe it will commence on Monday night, so please make sure that you follow the instructions correctly. And please make sure that you're following This Day in History by Vicki Bowers with Vicki Bowers on Facebook. Make sure you're following her on YouTube. I don't know. It's been a freaking ridiculous morning. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, and I hope to see everybody this afternoon. Much love, everybody, and we'll go with this one because this has been my jam lately. Much love.
Oh, holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of the dear Savior's birth. The night of his birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees, oh hear the angel voices. Oh night divine, oh the dear Savior's birth, the night of his birth. Long lay the world in sin and error pining, till he appeared and the soul felt its worth. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Fall on your knees, oh hear the angel voices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Oh night divine, oh night divine. A thrill of hope, the weary world rejoices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. A glorious morn. Fall on your knees, oh hear the angel voices, for yonder breaks a new and glorious morn. Oh night divine, oh night divine.
Much love, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. We'll catch you guys this afternoon.